Okay, so we should be live. I'm going to wait and see what kind of delay we've got. Someone will tell us when we can see anything. But we are streaming on May 24th. You want to watch this, not Bill Nye the Science Guy. I mean,
Bill Nye's on Netflix now. You can watch him anytime you want.
Anytime you want. How about why not both?
Yeah, why not Zoidberg?
We are streaming on May 24th. I have a Mia.
Hello.
And I have a Serge.
Yay.
This is Serge's first time on the stream.
Art stream.
Yeah. Can you guys hear us okay? I have the window open. It's quite warm today. So let us know if there's any kind of audio issues. Today we are drawing another Deck of Many Things card, and this one is entitled Skull. If you couldn't tell by the picture already.
I like that his jaw is slightly dislodged.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You know, I chose that because before you got here, I drew it without it dislodged, and it didn't really look like it had any weight to it at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll just draw it wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Everything works out. Before I start this, I am going to show you... I told you guys that I would either do a new one or the one that we were working on last time on this stream. And I finished the one that I was working on last stream about 10 minutes after we stopped the stream. Because I really just need to put special effects in, so effects. I will show you that as soon as I find the folder. This one's probably the most simple of all of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's neat.
Yeah. Just a glowing star.
So you're just making an entire deck of many things?
It's actually, Jared's gonna make it into an app.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And obviously we'll keep you guys posted for when that happens. And then I did another one during the week that...
Oh, that's so cool.
That
Yeah.
is really cool.
I think I mentioned last time that the three that I couldn't think of anything for was Sun, Star, and Moon.
Yeah.
But I was bound and determined to get at least two of them done. So we did Star last time, and this one is Sun. I'm just like, you just be a banner with a sun,
Yeah.
in the sun.
Nice.
Sun.
I really like the lens flare. It's,
Yeah.
yeah. It looks really, really good.
So has Jarek given you a list of names of cards, and you
You
draw
can
inspiration
just
from that?
look it up. When he originally pitched this to me, where did it go? I'm losing everything today, you guys. I'm not even close to prepared. There it is.
Looking in the computer for a physical piece of paper.
Well,
Classic.
I had a
That's how you
window
do.
open, but clearly I've closed it already, and it's so much work to search on Google.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a list of all of them, and I've done...
Also with the word meow written
I
on
like
it.
it.
Meow is
I
the
want to
most...
see the meow card.
Meow
Yep.
is the most important one. This is my checklist. We'll draw that on the last day.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sun, moon, and star, I had no ideas for them besides actually just drawing a sun, a moon, and a star.
Didn't actually get to see it. Just like there, the list exists.
But when Jared pitched this one, or pitched the idea to me, he said that he wanted them to look like they could be both good and bad. So like the first one I drew... Sorry guys, I know you guys have heard this all before, but Serge is new
I'm new.
here.
I'm new.
Are you new? Where's Gem?
That's my
I
first
always
time.
lose it.
There it is.
Yeah. So, like, Gem, which is a good
Ah.
card, you know, like, I drew the pretty gem and then the little ghosty thing inside it, right? So, you want to make them all look kind of, like, good or devious.
Now, I have played D&D before, but it has been a long time. I tend to go for other games. Shadowrun's my go-to for tabletop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the actual list from, like, canon D&D?
Yes.
And then there's
I
set
wrote it
powers
down.
to it? He
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's meant to be that you use all the face cards from a deck of cards plus the jokers and the aces, and you assign them.
Yeah.
Or you just roll die? Is there, like, a number, like a D20
It said...
to get you there or something?
We can go to the Wikipedia article. We have that technology.
Mm-hmm.
The hairdo isn't new, but I did get it touched up today, in the back.
Oh, yeah.
It's all pretty and clean back there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We have ads. I guess everybody has ads.
Dollar
Where the
bills, y'all.
Fuck. Fuck, shit, fuck.
Yes.
New window. God damn it. You guys, it's been a day.
Aw.
Yeah.
Haven't even started drawing yet. We're already 5 minutes into this. Deck of many things. The original version was 18 cards corresponding to the ace, king, queen, and jack of each suites, plus the 2 jokers.
Okay.
But there's 22 in this one.
But then they made 20. You can't roll a d20 for either of those.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be difficult.
Yep.
Because I remembered playing once, and drawing this one that just sent me off into a different dimension, and I died. I was like, oh, that's...
Yeah, that's the void. We've done that one. Want to see
like,
it?
Oh, sure, I'd love to see the void. I'm like, that kind of sucks. Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Just saya.
Yeah. Off you go.
Just like, hey, let's play this thing. I'm like, okay, roll the dice, and you die. Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well,
okay.
shit.
Yep.
So yeah, seeing as Serge is new here,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a whole plethora of questions that we can ask Serge. So let's start with the best one. Serge, tell us about your worst injuries.
Not who is he, not how does he know
No.
us.
the worst you've
He's
ever...
a guy, we found him on the street. It's
The
fine.
worst you've ever hurt yourself.
For those of you who don't know, Serge is drinking a non-alcoholic fizzy raspberry something because he doesn't drink.
Yes, this
So
is the
we're
red
drinking
fruit fizzy
for
bubbly.
free.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
We sure are. Why don't we bring the box in?
Why don't we bring? Why not?
Um,
We have that technology.
all right.
Bartender, we should bring the box in.
Leg, left hand or right hand?
Chat.
Let's ask the chat.
The leg injury, the left hand injury, or the right hand injury? Drinking for free.
I will move my phone away from the.
All right, the first person. Oh, everyone wants to know about my leg. All.
We'll get there.
Why not all? God.
Why not
None,
board?
none of the above. Found Serge at a coffee shop, brought him home to stream with you. Yeah, it sounds about right, actually.
Yep.
I played... Ooh, you're covered in... Are you smoke? Oh, I understand now. I just looked over and I thought you were steaming in sunlight. I'm like, what happened?
I am vampire.
Yeah. We got bitten by vampires last stream. It was kind
Oh,
of
okay. And then the sunlight
thing.
and everything just...
Yeah.
Everything
In between
just
the
goes...
Star Wars talk, it was great.
Yeah. When I was in university, I tried to play a little bit of intramural soccer to some success and stuff like that. And then one day when we were just warming up, somebody kicked the ball, like went to pass the ball to me. And, I mean, the story is not all that exciting, but the injury was traumatic. I went to slide to go and stop the ball. And two things happened. One, I hadn't warmed up. And secondly, we're playing on AstroTurf, and my cleats just like set in. So while my entire body went sliding in one direction, my leg stayed in the same direction, and I tore my hip, my bum, my IT band,
tore your bum?
and most of the most of the muscles in that area. Luckily, I didn't destroy my knee, and I was on crutches.
I did that.
Did you? Yeah, you did. Kind of twice, didn't you? Yeah, and then I was on crutches for 3 months.
Wow.
Because most of the damage was in my hip area, I could only stand or lay down. I couldn't really sit up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was sad. I just, laid down on a couch and ate chocolate. This was very early in Joe and I's relationship, so she just, fed me coffee while I cried and slowly put on weight from the activity.
Oh no.
It was miserable. My exercise, I had to get out of the house. There was a Starbucks about 6 blocks away, and I'd spend about 45 minutes just very,
I'm
very...
expecting this story to somehow slide into you met a man that knew everything about coffee, and that's how you gained. It's like a movie
I was working
with his soccer career dash.
You know what? No, this goes back to when I really, really got into coffee. I've really, really only been in coffee for about 6 years, and this story is almost 7 years old. My break into coffee was just after I graduated university. But yeah, I would just hike to this Starbucks and get there exhausted and have an iced tea and a cookie and then try and head all the way back, and it was pretty rough.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the hip injury, the hip, leg, thigh.
Wow.
Bad one.
Yeah.
It was hard. I was in school at the time, and I couldn't really do all the class thingies because they involve sitting. The worst injury I ever heard is when a friend of mine was bedridden for a while, and her back muscles atrophied, and she sneezed and pulled her back muscle.
Yike.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
Yikes. Oh dear. Someone is the reason that their high school has safety guards on all the paper cutters.
Oh,
I never want to be that person who's known for...
Yeah. I
You know.
bust Ted.
Yeah.
Busted or bust Ted.
I've always said bust head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my greatest weaknesses is trying to pronounce chat names. So far, they're like I appreciate. Here comes the hot strepper,
Stepper.
the hot
Yeah.
stepper, with the capitalization.
Yeah.
Just so you can sort of figure out where the pauses and enunciation should go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just like a line, like a wall of text. You know?
Yeah.
I've never been very imaginative with chat or like
You should be missing
usernames.
teeth. It should be missing teeth. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Or just throw in some gold teeth or something. But yeah, skeleton without a couple missing teeth is.
Mm-hmm.
Scariest of skeletons.
Is it really a skeleton if it isn't missing teeth?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very well preserved skeleton.
Yeah, except for the jaw. We can see how the person died. They got punched right in the jaw.
Well, actually,
By Thor,
the
clearly.
top of it is also caved in. I wanted to make it look like they got hit in the head real bad.
Oh, interesting.
Neat.
Okay. So somebody like punched him in the jaw, and when they were falling, they're like skaboosh right on top.
Sure. You can think of a whole backstory for this, actually.
All right. What's Skullfriend's name?
Hmm.
And I see the crown. What were they king of? Does it have to be fantastical? Oh, Featherweight's in here. Hi, Featherweight. Oh,
And
right.
you're not drinking. That's
I
amazing.
have really embarrassing hiccups.
Wait.
There's a door.
What?
What?
Severed finger in art class.
What?
For real?
Please
Real?
elaborate.
Oh, wow.
This
Near
is
injuries are always kind of scary.
this is the paper slicer guard guy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
One of the most horrifying injuries I remember, like friendly ones. I mean, obviously, I worked as a poison gas specialist for a while, so some of the things I heard were pretty awful.
You worked as a poison gas specialist?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ash. I don't know you at all.
Yeah, that's how I got through university and stuff. I went
Oh.
back into Alberta and worked in the oil patch as a poison gas specialist, like a high angle rescue, confined space entry and rescue, and
Wow.
like
Super interesting. Sorry, did that sound catty? I didn't mean to.
and then I couldn't handle the Alberta and all the Alberta, so then there was like
Yeah.
extreme
That's
hippie circus
understanding.
surge for a while.
Yep.
And so,
That
like,
happens.
my hair got long and the goatee
no.
came out. And,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
oh yeah. There's
Oh, no.
there's some pretty ridiculous photos out
No.
there of hippie surge,
I
and
love it.
yeah, I got really into circus stuff. And then I had my traumatic left hand injury, which took my hand away from me, and then I stopped doing all that. And
What
and
did
there
it
was
involve? Fire
Coffee
spinning?
surge, yeah, that and contact juggling and
I
and some
love
acrobat
contact
stuff.
juggling, but I never did any of the fire stuff.
It wasn't really long hair. It was only kind of like.
See, I can see you with shoulder length
yeah.
hair. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see
and
you with
I dyed it
shoulder-length hair.
orange for a party where I went as Archie, and then just kind of like stayed kind of reddish.
Sorry, I'm trying to see more details about this cut off their finger in
Oh,
art
right.
class thing.
Do you remember
Oh.
paper cutters?
Mom got a call like, your son has injured himself in art
art
class.
Well, people want to see hippie surge photos. I don't know how I feel about this.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that eventually these are going on YouTube, so if you don't want them preserved forever,
Yeah,
don't show
yeah.
it.
Maybe I'll show you guys, and you can tell me if it's horrific enough to.
No, that's just a tease, a poor chat.
Oh,
If you're
can
gonna
I-
show photos, you have to show the whole class.
I might talk to Brad really quick so I can go on your Wi-Fi. So if I go through all these photos, I don't just like
Oh, okay.
destroy my data.
Yeah, do it.
Mhm.
All right, I'll
he
be.
knows what's up. We also have this magic Wi-Fi box somewhere over there that you can
Ooh.
probably look at too.
A Wi-Fi box.
It's in the living room.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then Hippie Surge should make a return for Desert Bust.
Yes.
Oh god.
God, I'm gonna.
All right, and then I can also get more Soda Stream. I'll be back, chat. Mr. Brad.
In the meantime,
Yes.
Mia had an idea
Yes.
of things that you either pronounced wrong or that you were wrong about your entire life and just had no idea.
Yeah. Or just yeah.
I can't think of anything for me off the top of my head. I'm sure it'll pop into my head, but I have a story about an ex, and again, like, I really wish I could tell you his name because you guys know him, but I don't want to I don't want to tell the story and him be like, "Why'd you say that?"
Yeah.
But I was dating a guy, God, my last year of high school or maybe the year afterwards, and he ate a lot of chicken, and he would go and buy those like pre-roasted rotisserie ones from the grocery store all the time.
Yep.
And I am a big fan of eating the marrow in the bones, which you basically can just take like a leg bone or something and like bite off the end of it, and it's so soft, and you get like the marrow from inside the bone.
Huh.
It's delicious.
I've never had that.
Yeah, and some restaurants actually just serve like beef bone marrow as like an not an entree maybe, but like yeah, it's really good, and apparently it's like super good for you. I like the texture of it and I like the taste of it. Anyway,
You're talking about marrow?
Yeah.
we were eating chicken one time, and we were with his father as well, and I just grabbed one of the bones off my plate and bit off the end of it, and he was just like, "What the fuck? What? You don't eat the bone, you're gonna choke." And I'm just like, "No, it's cool, dude. It's just like the soft marrowy parts at the end." And his dad looked at him and was just like, "Yeah."
What are the chances that the only friend that pops up?
Yeah, that's great.
Sorry, of all the people who would pop up to show friends.
Yeah. It's me.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
But like his dad looked at him and was like, yeah, it's just the marrow, son. I was about to say his name. And he's just like, "No, that's the bone. You don't eat that part. You eat the part on top of the bone." Like, couldn't wrap his mind around what was happening, and both of us were staring at him. He's just like, "Look, this is ridiculous. This is like if you told me that this placemat just like flipped upside down and had a clock on it or something." Like, his mind was breaking over the friggin' bone marrow. Sorry, we were talking about things that like you had no idea about until way too late, or things that you like pronounced wrong your whole life.
Yeah.
When I read Harry Potter,
Yeah.
I had no idea how to pronounce Hermione's name.
That's fair.
And it wasn't until the movie came out and I was talking about it with my mom.
It says it in the book at one point, in one of the books.
How to actually pronounce.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a skimmer. Normally when I get really excited and there's
So you don't read books, is what you're saying. Sorry.
I consume them. It's not a reading thing. I
eat them.
Yeah, it's
They sustain me.
They sustain me. Like, we go through them pretty quick. And yeah, sometimes I can talk to people afterwards and I have no idea who a character is because I've never read their name. It's just like this pattern that I recognize and I associate details with.
Jesus.
And they're like, "What do you think of X person?" And I'm like, "Who?"
See, I have a terrible problem where I read every single word, sometimes many times, and my brain just selectively decides which parts are going to retain. And then later in the book, it'll be like, and then his silver hair. And I'm like, this guy has silver hair? Like, I've been picturing him with black hair the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Oh, God. Top right.
Do it.
I love it.
Do it.
Hang
on.
That's the very end there. Oh, it's such a bad photo.
Do it. Show the camera.
Right,
Oh, God, it didn't work. Oh, God.
It's not turning
Everything's
sideways. Why are you not turning sideways? There, you just take
Go
it.
right up to the
Take
camera.
it. Take it. And
Yippee, Serge.
yeah,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
that's a thing. That's a thing that happened at some point.
Yeah. I pronounced Yosemite wrong right up until about a year ago.
Oh, I think you told me that. Yosemite?
Yeah, Yosemite.
Yeah.
Because I only read it, and it reads like Yosemite. And I just was like,
That's fair.
I had a really hard time understanding the proverb "making ends meet." I thought for the longest time it meant like at the end of the day you had to somehow get meat, like the food, and it like you know things have gone well when it ends with meat. Seriously.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I was from Alberta. Okay.
Hippie Serge looks like he's in a Nickelback cover band.
Oh God.
How do you know he wasn't?
I love it.
Serge.
And the chin goatee. Yeah, I forgot to mention I also had a chin goatee at that time. Yeah, the one day when they're just like, wait, ends me. Oh my God.
Yep. I was watching, by the way, speaking of Ash, don't worry about it. I was watching Avatar because they have it on Canadian Netflix now, and now that I know that Zuko is Rufio, I can't unhear it.
Oh man, that's super funny.
Oh!
I didn't realize it was in the middle of a stream, and
Yeah.
I did not.
The last stream, because both Jeff and I, he watched...
It was Jess.
Was it Jess?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we mentioned it last time when Jeff was here. Bartender!
Me too.
That's the voice of Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender is the guy who plays Rufio in Hook.
That's
and
super cool.
Jeff and I had the same exact reaction when we first started watching the series, completely independent of one
Yeah.
another. But I was living with Jeff when he started watching it, which was the first time with me,
Right.
and he was watching it for the second time. And the second Zuko started talking from like the other side of the room, I was like, Rufio! Oh! And he lost his mind because...
Yeah, no.
Thank you, friend.
It's
sorry.
beautiful. It's wonderful.
I acknowledge him. No comments. Poor Brad just
Love you,
comes
Brad.
in, takes your cups, and you don't. Oh,
Okay, so...
heartless. I know, just teasing.
I mentioned one time to Brad that I'm just like, I could just bring the stuff into the streaming room. We could make our own drinks there. He's just like, but that's my job.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
I have two stories related to this.
Jade.
What's up, Jade?
Oh yeah, disclaimer, there's 2 dogs.
Yeah, we have 2 dogs here, one of which is super needy.
Hi, needy Jade.
This is Needy Jade.
Meow. I don't know why I made a cat noise.
Hi, Brad. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
You're welcome.
How do you hire such a handsome bartender? I don't understand.
Really grumpy, not so needy.
Buster was
Buster.
asleep.
Oh.
No, he's mad because I picked him up and his bone was near Jade. And if I picked him up, Jade might get it.
Oh, okay.
Jade's also jumping on the keyboard over here, so let's move that. Okay. You're fine. Everything's fine.
I like that while Buster was in your lap, he turned his head to try and like chew on his toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that back.
Yeah.
You see why he was upset.
I like that chat knows you
Yeah.
as Gassy Jade and Sleepy Buster.
Yes. Jade has the worst dog farts I've ever encountered in any animal of her species.
But they're so small. What are
I don't
Are we
understand
allowed
how
to-
this dog works.
Are we allowed to acknowledge whose dog this is?
Yes, this is
Okay.
James and Ashley's dog.
What are they feeding this tiny dog?
I don't know. Gas
unleash
pills.
such
They're
horror.
feeding her gas.
To unleash such horror upon their friends.
They feed her chili and Indian food.
So if you ever want to go to a costume party that also has a competition and you want to win, go as a character who already has an established chant. Because if you go as Rufio and it's like you win via applause and you just start people chanting Rufio, you've got it set. You've got it absolutely set. Secondly, I love the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I just started season 3. So
of the original one.
Yeah, the original.
So I started watching the whole thing.
Don't
And
be a
I
spoiler
finished-
like I was.
No, and I finished the whole
That's the
thing,
worst.
and I loved it. I was like, "This show is amazing. This will be super fun." And then I was like, "Joe,
I'm sorry, that was no offense to the Indian food thing. That just gives me gas. Sorry. Too much information. Carry on. You were saying.
Avatar.
Talking to the chat.
and then
Avatar.
I showed Joe this show. I'm like, Joe, I love this show. You should totally watch it with me. We watch 2 or 3 episodes, and she's like, you know what? This isn't really my jam. I'm like, oh, that's too bad, but like, I can totally respect that. Like,
That's too bad. I guess we have to break up now.
Yeah.
not that extreme, but I'm like, okay, whatever. That's fine. And then a couple of weeks go by, and I'm like, hey, we don't have anything else to watch right now. Do you want to try giving Avatar another shot? Maybe we could watch this episode?
Mm-hmm.
And we start watching it, and I'm going to get some details of this wrong. I'm sure if she was here, she would remember the story better than I do. But we start watching this episode, and she starts telling me details about it that I'm like, wait, did you already watch this episode? And she's like, yes. And I think about it for a second, I'm like, did you already watch all of it? And she's like, yes, it was really good. I just wanted to like privately watch one by myself to see what would happen, and I got totally hooked, and I chained all of the seasons back to back to back and finished them in like 10 days.
Yeah.
Like, oh, holy crap.
Yeah, I wasn't
I made
sure.
Brad do that.
The first few episodes, I was like, I don't know, pacing is a little bit, like, slow, a little repetitive, not sure. And then the Blue Spirit showed up, and I was like, yes, on board!
What I understand about the show is, when it first came out, because it was a Nickelodeon show,
yeah,
their target audience was quite younger.
Yes.
And so people started watching the show, and they're like, oh, we screwed up. Hold on, let's change this here. And then they changed the content about maybe 4 or 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
And then it was amazing because the people who actually liked it were like, not, I think their original target demographic may have been like 8 to 12.
Yeah.
And then the people who enjoyed that. But I did enjoy that they still kept some elements of that. In particular, the animals.
Yeah. Oh, the animals are the greatest.
Make me so happy, like the duck turtles.
Yeah.
And, oh man. That made me really happy. I think just
was the moose,
that animal.
The moose bear? I think it's a moose bear.
Have you seen the episode where the guy just has a bear?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite quotes from that show. It's just like, he wants to show us his bear. Don't you mean moose bear or tiger bear?
Yeah.
No, he just said bear!
Yeah. Yeah, the Earth King.
I think I have to poke Buster. I promised Joe I'd poke Buster.
Poking the dog. Poking the dog bear.
Yes.
So, Serge,
Joe
do you have
Buster's
any
been poked.
embarrassing stories? Or more injury stories? We didn't hear about your arms yet.
Oh, God, I have so many of all of the above.
Good.
Alright, I've got left hand, right hand, or embarrassing story.
Chat?
Alright, chat. Left hand, right hand, or embarrassing story.
If I've learned anything from, like, existing and being aware of pop culture to respond to Q Monster game, Nickelodeon execs apparently kept telling them girls wouldn't watch it. If I've learned anything from just existing in, in the Western world, it's that executives don't think girls watch goddamn anything. Unless it's, like, frilly.
Oh God, Laserbeak's Fury. Oh, you poor thing.
Oh dear.
What's happening?
They had to deliver a pizza right after they pooped themselves.
Oh no!
They accidentally smacked their crush in the face. The first and probably most horrifically embarrassing moment that I have ever endured in Calgary, I got invited out to dinner with a bunch of friends at a Boston Pizza, which isn't exactly the classiest place ever.
Nah.
And it's 2 really good friends of mine.
What are you talking about?
Who eventually ended up getting married, which is quite sweet. And then a third friend. And all 3 people I'm sitting at the table with were becoming doctors. And they're having this very somber conversation about, like, the pursuit of medicine and all this neat stuff. And there's not a ton I can contribute to it.
That's me in every conversation, by the way.
And they started, the conversation turned to when they graduated, what field of medicine they were hoping to continue into. And my buddy was just like, yeah, I really want to go into oncology. You know, I lost an aunt to cancer, and I really want to try and make a difference and do some breakthroughs to that. And I think that'd be fantastic, because I think it'd be really difficult to have to talk to people about, losing their loved ones and how hard that'd be and stuff like that. And then I said something really stupid along the lines of, like, why don't you just stop sucking and deal with it, or tell them, just something extremely insensitive at the whole time. And then everyone looks at me really gassed, and my friend Crystal looks at me and she's like, Serge, we're here because my friend's mother just died of cancer. And we're trying to cheer up on the whole thing, and nobody told me this. And I'm just mortified, just absolutely mortified. So I just stand up, paid for the bill, and left. And just like, there's no coming back from this moment.
Yeah.
Just like,
oh God, I'm so sorry, Serge.
oh man, it was horrifying.
Yikes.
So I didn't have a chance to talk to those guys for quite some time. I was living in Victoria, and they ended up moving to Toronto to do school. We all met up in Calgary over Christmas one time. And they had sort of a gathering again at a Boston Pizza, and we're all hanging out in the lounge, and there's probably...
But they're doctors now.
They weren't at this time. They're still just students. So we're in this lounge, and we're all hanging up, and I go up to my friend, and she's talking to a cousin, and I'm just like, Crystal, it's been 8 months, but I still feel really guilty about this.
Yeah.
I'm super sorry that I brought up your friend's mother passing away from cancer at that time. And she's like, yeah, that was a dick move. I'm like, whoa, I'm sorry, it was really insensitive. I didn't know she died of cancer. And she's like, cool, drop it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
and just
jeez.
like, this whole thing happens, and then the person she was talking to walked away, and then she starts laughing. She's like, God damn it, Serge. I'm like, what? She's like, his aunt just passed away from cancer, and he just brought it up again.
Serge!
And didn't get the cue when I was trying to get you to drop it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have something similar to that. Not as bad as that, but similar to that.
Chat's like, and that's when Serge moved to Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, it hurts, it stings.
Okay, so I want you to keep in mind that at the time this story was happening, I was like 13
Okay.
and didn't know shit about anything.
Okay.
Anything.
That's 13-year-olds.
Okay, so I was invited to a, I wouldn't really call it a slumber party so much as like, I'm going over to a friend's house, and then a bunch of other people came over,
Sure.
and we,
Sure, yeah.
underage drinking, and let's play with a fucking Ouija board, why not?
Okay.
And, there was a guy there, for the sake of the story, we'll just call him Andy.
Sure.
Not Andy, obviously, I'm just using the name. I should use a name that is like no one that I know. Bob. So.
I know.
I don't think so.
We're playing with the Ouija board, and like any 13-year-olds, there's like 5 girls there and 1 dude, Bob. And they're all a couple years older than me, like 15, 16 maybe.
Sure.
So all the girls there, being, 14, 15, 16, you're just like, oh, tell me about the guy I'm gonna marry on the fucking Ouija board, because, that's what you use that for.
Ghosts are really on the up and up about that.
And then... exactly.
No.
You're
Catherine in
Catherine.
chat, like, oh man, that would...
Tempted, yeah.
Just sorry guys, I'm just gonna jump out the window now if that was the case.
So,
Yeah.
Bob jumps on to the Ouija board. He's like, tell me about who I'm gonna marry. And obviously someone's directing it around, but like, it went, it'd be like hair color, eye color.
Yeah.
And then, it was like, meet him when you're 30 or something like that. And I'm just like, him? And he's just like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm just like, come on now. That would mean that you like boys. Not even considering that he might be gay,
Yeah.
because
Oh, no.
it didn't come up. And everyone in the room just stopped talking and stared at me, and then back to him, and he was just like, honey, I like boys. And I'm like, oh, like,
Oh, no.
like it didn't freak me out or anything,
Yeah.
but like it never even crossed my mind, because at that time, I
Yeah.
had never encountered a gay person
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
right?
no, it's, yeah.
I knew it existed, I didn't I didn't think anything of it.
Shut it down. Yep.
But I was so accusatory when I said it. I was
Yeah.
so embarrassed afterwards. I was just like, come on, idiot. Like, oh, it
Well,
was so
this is
bad.
Oh,
the
dear.
difference between ignorance and malice.
Yeah.
Ignorance can be corrected.
Yeah, and he didn't care. He was just like, honey, because
Yeah.
he knew that I didn't understand what was happening right now. I guess it was more embarrassing because literally everybody else there knew.
Yep.
Yeah, Zeke is sharing a similar story.
Oh, say it out loud.
He's very embarrassed reading through his own homophobic 13-year-old posts, and then came out later. And it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It just shows how ingrained a lot of hate is in society, even if you don't know it.
Oh dear.
I like
See,
that.
I've always gone with the it's none of your business kind of thing, because
Yeah.
I don't remember what... I guess somewhere around 16 when I decided that, like, I was really trying to define... I went through all the, like, but am I gay? Because I really like that girl, but I really like that guy. What is happening? And then somewhere around 16, I'm just like, whoever asks me out gets it, kind of thing, right? Like, it's no one's business, and I don't have to define myself to
Sure.
anyone. But I actually, the only time I've ever run into trouble with, like, my own sexuality was in Los Angeles. and it wasn't really trouble so much as, like, they just can't wrap their head around it. And my roommate, Bianca, was just like, you're bisexual? I'm just like, I guess so. Like, I never really labeled myself. She's like, but you only date guys. And I'm just like, well, that's not true. I just don't find women to date.
See, I don't think you can say that your sexuality is only defined by who you dated.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, like, you know, you're not really counting who I've slept with. She's like, well, you know, like, I've kissed a girl at a bar before. Does that make me bi? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care. Like, you know, just do you. Like, do whatever you want to do. Like, why do I even have to have a defining name for it?
Yeah.
But she kept not bothering me, but just kept asking, like, questions and, like, almost in an accusatory, just like, yeah, but you're straight, you know? And I'm just like, no. Like, if that makes you sleep better at night, sure, but no. And then finally I just had to sit her down and be like, listen, I like people. It's really difficult to find a girl who's also into girls, who I'm attracted to, who's also attracted to me, and we get along, so it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
But if it did, I would never let something as trivial as what's between their legs stop me from pursuing that relationship.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, and that was, like, the clicker. And I'm just like, I hate that it took so long for, like, such a simple concept.
Yeah.
Just really want to acknowledge, like, thank you very much for sharing, Zeke. That's really cool.
Thank you for the trust.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't been reading the chat. I apologize.
No, that's cool. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
I slightly off topic, but onto topic of, like, embarrassed by 13-year-old selves GeoCities pages.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't 13. It would have been 14 or so, because in Alberta, you would know this, but
I didn't know you were from Alberta.
I'm from Calgary.
I'm from Calgary.
Yeah.
We have to talk about this.
Okay. Yeah, compare high schools.
Oh, God. Sure.
But in Alberta, the way that schooling works is that we have junior high, which is grades 7, 8, and 9, and then we have high school, which is 10, 11, 12. And so for junior high, I went to one school that was all artsy, and I had a whole bunch of friends, and then I moved to a different high school.
Calgabros.
Calgabros. There's a lot of us out here, because we come out and we see the ocean
and then you never
and
go
the
back.
green.
Yeah.
And you're just like, guys, it's February. I don't think this is legal, and you never go back. So I moved to a different school, but I still kept in touch with all my friends from junior high, including one of my really, really, really dear male friends, whom I'll just call M. And so at some point I decided I had a crush on him.
Mm.
And at the time, I had a dead journal.
I decided I had a crush on him.
Because we'd been friends for a while, but I was just like, I did crush. Sure, I did, you know. I was 14 or so, 13, 14, and I had a dead journal at the time. And so he started dating one of my really, really close friends. And because I had all this angst about it, and because I've never been particularly good at subtlety until very recently, I wrote about it on my dead journal, but just gave them different names. And was like, oh no, this is totally a friend of mine at my school.
Impenetrable code.
Who's dating a blonde friend of mine, and I'm really, like, broken up about it, and, you know, everything, and was just trying to completely sell this fake, I think I called them, like, Keith and Laura or something.
Oh man, such good fake names.
Yeah, I know, right? And until he gently, like, sat me down and confronted me, and he was like, but is Keith real, though? I was like, no. So, we are still friends to this day, but yeah, it was... Man, 13-year-olds are dumb.
Yes, we were.
Greshix, the card is just called Skull. We don't try and overcomplicate things here.
Yeah. We just got through a conversation on labels.
I don't really know what a dead journal is either, other than I heard over Twitter that some people had been digging through our friend group's old dead journals. And
I tried to find mine, and I
James found mine.
Yeah.
I tried to find...
What was a dead journal?
So, LiveJournal is a thing, right?
Oh, and is it dead LiveJournal accounts?
Yeah, no, it's Dead Journal was the
angsty teenager version of LiveJournal. Like,
yeah.
I used to call it the goth version, but I
Yeah.
think it was just like, I don't want to conform to the live journal. I'm going to make a dead journal.
Basically.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tried to find my old one. I tried to find my old Zanga blog, and I couldn't find either of them, which was really depressing because they both have so much bad poetry on them.
Oh, interesting.
There's so much bad
That would have been so
poetry.
good.
I'll really try and find it because, hot damn, I wrote a lot of poetry when I was a kid, and a lot of it is really awful.
So I think I kind of lucked out. I didn't have any sort of... I mean, I spent a bunch of time on the internet as a kid, but most of it was gaming.
As a kid? How old are you again?
I'm 30.
What are you defining as kid?
I mean, this
I guess because,
14-year-old
like,
time
I
when
was
you guys
going
are
to
doing
say,
dead
like,
journal stuff.
I didn't...
I mean, I never had a blog. There wasn't Facebook.
Sure, yeah.
There's no form of internet trail from me at that time to look back and be humiliated by, because most of my time was like playing Counter-Strike or StarCraft on dial-up internet.
Sure, yeah.
And like, even if I was salty, as I imagine I would have been getting crushed at video games, I mean, I don't know if I would have possibly been as creative as some of the trolls that exist now, but...
Yeah, now it's an art. Or
Yeah.
you can call it that.
James is a heartless monster.
Yes.
You really captured that essence there, Featherweight.
To be fair, James shared, like, probably the most embarrassing spot from his dead journal, and it was magnificent.
Oh.
What was his?
Oh, God. Someone find the quote. I know that it's been posted many times on Twitter.
Yeah?
It was in one of the old streams, which, by the way, we're going to have up, I swear to God, tomorrow. I just need to cut out all the breaks and stuff from it. Oh, God. I can't remember what it was. Like, I have to... Someone find it. I swear he's posted it on Facebook /Twitter / said it on this stream.
I like that. Counter-Strike on dial-up. Yeah. It was amazing. You could play Counter-Strike, and I was like, I have a 300 ping. That's fantastic. That's super fast. Because you could sort of guess where the lag was going to take them as they sort of just bounced across the screen. Hello, Stasis Can. Welcome.
Hello.
We're making art. She's drawing a skull.
We're talking about old dead journals and stuff.
Yeah, the theme
General
has been
blogs.
Injuries to both our bodies and our prides.
I should bring in some of my old journals.
Do
someday.
it.
So I'll do it next week because because I kept physical journals too, and
Who?
I have
Featherweight's
some of
looking
those
at the
lying
quote.
around too, but
I have a lot of really bad poetry in there. Especially once my high school breakup came around. Damn.
I was gonna say I think that the grand majority of my journals is because I got dumped and I need to vent.
We have a link.
Oh, fantastic!
See, I didn't. This is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In the end, why are we even here? What is the point if we have nowhere to go but our own mind?
Did he
Quote
write that?
James in his dead journal.
I didn't know it was going to be dead journal. I was really hoping
In
that
his
was going
dead
to
journal
be.
at like 18 or 19.
I was really hoping that was going to be his high school, like beside his photo, the quote he sent out to everybody.
That would have been
I'm
fantastic.
done. Oh, that's great.
It's so good.
Oh wow! You can just poke a button and the color happens.
Yep.
That's way faster than what I assumed you had to do.
Jordan's like, can I have this on a shirt?
Featherweight should get on that. Actually, that would be excellent. The Dumbler quotes shirts.
Yeah,
Now, I'm just remembering back to dial-up internet. Just something reminded me there.
Oh yeah.
We lived out in the boonies, out in Calgary.
Fine boonies.
Between Calgary and Cochrane. in
Oh,
No
okay,
Man's Land.
yes,
Like-
at the time was the boonies.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
like
yes.
legit boonies. And dial-up wasn't consistent, and I don't know if you knew this or not, but you could disconnect and reconnect dial-up to get different connection speeds.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh yeah,
I
so
didn't.
I'd sit there sometimes, and I even memorized the song of the dial-up as it connected, like the number it rang, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then based on the speed that it connected, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do really good at Counter-Strike tonight, but I'd spend 20 minutes just trying to reconnect over and over and over and over.
Oh dear. Yeah, no, I'm youngish enough that we had dial-up internet, but I wasn't manipulating it. I was
Okay.
just like, oh, we has computer, cool.
I has internet.
I has internet, I has Netscape Explorer. Yeah.
I remember getting yelled at because once upon a time, internet cost by the minute.
Yes, it did.
Charge you
Oh,
for the
man.
minute. And,
Kids out there, I remember,
I remember
that.
getting yelled right the fuck out for spending too much time on the internet and costing my parents money.
I remember very fondly going to... First of all, because I was a child... Well, I remember very fondly typing in, like, random... I went to, like, Barbie.com at the time because I was, like, I don't know, 11... Something like that.
Maybe fate just decided which tooth should be going.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Goodbye. We know which tooth is gone now.
But I was typing in random words into the URL bar, and so I typed in something like girl.com, and that went to a porn site. And then that was my very, very, very first interaction with, like...
The dark side
with the dark side of the internet.
I'm enjoying watching the muting of the erasure of this tooth. If you could, muting the modem command sounds fine, but if you muted it, you couldn't tell if your connection was going to be good or not. So I needed that. I needed that song to play. I became one with the song. I fused with it.
I need the song of my people.
Yeah. That's what Greshek said. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Q-Monster and his brother used to save up cash to give their dad so they could play Jedi Knight 2 online or download game demos.
I got all my game demos from when we drove into town, went to gas stations. I'd buy PC Gamer magazines.
Okay.
Because it used to have a CD-ROM of all the game demos that were going to come out in the next 4 to 6 months. Yeah.
See, Q-Monster, I'm looking at my phone. He's been very lovingly texting me, but the last one read, "You haven't looked at your phone in a while."
Yeah. Joe sent me a text too when we held up the dogs. She was really stoked.
Puppy dogs.
Puppy dogs.
Oh my god, you guys have to pee so bad. And I've still got 15 minutes, so I'm trying to power through. But I'm like doing the pee dance in the chair.
Ooh.
It's bad.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dogs. I was like, they don't look like they have to.
How are we on the same wavelength? What's going on?
Ooze. Like,
Oh, because you both said a thing. Sing the song of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of thing with the stuff.
I like
Yeah.
everyone who's old enough to know about the PC Gamer demo discs. That makes me pretty happy. Ooh, what's happening now?
I am deleting part of the background.
What?
What?
What is this sorcery?
Inconceivable!
What is this sorcery? How do?
It appears Serge doesn't understand digital drawing.
I have never seen digital drawing before.
It's really fascinating to watch.
How
Yep.
are you how does it know what's a background and what isn't a background?
I have these
Layers.
things called layers. I like to think of them as, you know when you're
As
in
a
high
magic
school...
judge, I'm familiar with layers. Sorry. Sorry. I had to. Keep going. Layers.
I like, you know when you were in high school and they had the overhead projector with those like little plastic sheets that they put on the projector and then it'll go... I like to think of the layers as that, because
Okay.
you can see through them and you can color pick from underneath them,
Huh.
but you can't paint through them.
Mm-hmm.
That's super neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's super neat. Alright.
Apparently, when Tetris was first released in Russia, it brought down their network for 7 days.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Because someone else was like, Serge is a judge. He should already understand layers.
Yeah.
Layers, Serge. It's all layers.
Q, we have to go deeper joke.
Yeah.
Okay, that curtain's killing me.
What's wrong with it?
Every time I lean back,
Oh.
I keep getting a
Let me help.
Face full of sun.
face full of sun.
Thank you, Serge.
Yeah, I'm helping.
I haven't quite thought this background through.
Yeah.
I don't know if it should be like under the
So,
water.
so does
or...
color get applied before or after power/toughness switching?
Oh god. Oh, what is the layer order there?
I know you're talking to somebody who's just happy to be there. Whenever Magic is played, I'm like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm
Color-
gonna lose.
Color application stuff happens pretty late. I think that might be layer 7, so I think that would happen after, but don't quote me on that. I'd look it up if it was a real question. I'm just guessing.
What's the process of becoming a judge?
What the fuck is a judge? What is happening? I don't understand.
What do? The first, I mean, obviously you have to want to become one.
Sure.
They're not just going to force it on you. A really good thing to do that everyone can do is you can log into the Judge Center using your DCI number as a login.
Sure.
So you can request it. I think you have to request your password from Wizards, or you can go to set up an account. But on the back of the cards they hand out, you have your DCI number, and they also show you some login information. So you just go in and check that out, and you can set up all kinds of fun
I
stuff.
have one of those, yes.
Yeah. When you're in there, there's something called a Rules Advisor test you can do, or a Level 0 test. And it sees roughly how you're doing on stuff. And you can do a bunch of practice tests for those too. And I highly recommend you do the practice test first, because I believe if you get it wrong, you have to wait a couple of months before you can try again. And the reason for that being is there's only a limited number of questions in the pool to try from.
Right.
And you could just memorize them all, and that's not the point.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you like that, you're level 0. You can now work events. I'm not going to explain banding. Yeah, and then you're level 0. You can work events. You don't have to be a judge to work events. Often they do, but like you can help out and stuff like that, and you're pretty qualified to answer questions all the time.
Here comes the hot stepper thought that you were a legal judge. No, he's a magic judge.
Yeah. If you want to advance from there, you have to find an L2.
Okay.
So you have to find a level 2 judge. Nelson and Alistair are both judges in Victoria.
Yep, they sure are.
Neither of them were L2s when I was looking. I had to find one from Nanaimo.
Mm-hmm.
Or if for whatever reason you're not comfortable with the local L2s in your area, you can always reach out to the broader community and find someone. And they'll sponsor you and they'll mentor you.
Okay.
And then they'll open up a new higher level of questions for you. They'll open up these other practice exams, and they'll be able to watch your results. So what'll happen is they'll go through the questions, and they'll see if there's any pattern in the sort of things you're struggling on. So you're like, oh, you seem to have a really good grasp of these basic rules, but you're having trouble resolving the stack or something like that. And then here, make sure you focus on this. Here's some sections of the comprehensive rules to read through and stuff like that. Something good to know is that all of these practice tests are open book.
Okay.
So you can have the test up there and they're not timed, and you can, if they ask, you're not supposed to talk about the questions, again, because it's a limited pool.
Yeah.
But if they ask something extremely specific that you've never had, like say you only started playing on one of the modern rule blocks.
Yeah.
And it's a mechanic from rules that you weren't familiar with.
Yeah.
You can look up what those rules are.
Right.
Then the final process is either they'll just pull you aside one day, or most of the time they'll take you to a major event, like PPTQ or GP. It's unlikely to be a GP now because it's mostly L2s who are doing GPs.
Okay.
But at a major event, they'll pull you aside. You'll work a little bit. You'll get some practice, and then they'll administer the test.
Okay.
And you have to get it's either 75% or 80% is the minimum score required to pass, and then you become a judge. And then to maintain it, you have to judge a couple of events a year. It's really not that difficult. Even if you just do the pre-releases, you'll have enough. If you go to a store a lot of the time, and then you can sanction events too. So if you're doing your Lady Planeswalker events, and you have a system up there, you can take everyone's DCI number and then have sanctioned Lady Planeswalker nights, which would be pretty fun.
That's the way it is, and that's what I discovered. That's the way it is in Seattle, because we went to Lady Planeswalkers. Q and I went, and I had not brought my card because I played in precisely one pre-release, and it was an awful experience.
If you want to be a judge, you just have it memorized.
And so they looked it up, but here in Victoria we are not so formal.
Hey, Furboz, I had to do my L2 was out of town when we were doing it. Everything was handled through the internet, so it's very possible to do that. I mean, especially because the internet being what it is, just at the final time when it's time to take a test, you'll probably both end up traveling to an event together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what's happening here. Our skulls progressed pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes for break time.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to decide where the light source was coming in, and desperately trying to pay attention to what you guys are saying, but I have no idea.
Don't worry about it. Magic.
Magic.
Furzbot also has the fantastic tip of just save your DCI number into your phone as the contact DCI number. That's something that Nelson will often do.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at events and then there's 100 people lining up to get up, it's much more convenient if people already know their DCI number. I mean, obviously you can look it up, especially if you've played with the store before. It's really easy.
Yeah.
But it speeds up the process a bunch if you know it.
Yeah. I like certain parts of Magic. I like the creative part of it. I like the deck building part quite a lot. But the actual playing I don't do a lot of, so I'm not great at it. And I'll ask stupid questions, but that's the only way you learn.
Jade is begging for a seat on my lap.
Oh, come here, Jade. I'll give you one.
Joe's going to be so happy I just took such a good picture of Buster.
Come here.
Put your Pokington.
Come on. Come on. I'll give you a seat. I'll pick you up.
No, I want that lap. Now, here's the thing. She might not have been asking for a lap. She might have been asking for attention.
Come on.
Or a toy. Maybe she's hungry.
Yeah.
Do you think she's hungry?
No, she's not hungry. We fed her before the stream. I prepared.
Up, up, up. No? Okay.
She's just making noises.
Yep.
I don't understand dogs. Why do they make noises?
It's Jade. Jade doesn't count.
Yeah.
Jade's her own beast.
Yeah.
A UFO caught on tape.
What?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any context to that or if it's just the greatest non sequitur ever.
Yeah.
The greatest non sequitur I ever received, I got a text message just out of nowhere that just said, "I'm in the sewers, I found a radio." And I was like, what?
Explain yourself.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and this is from like a pretty bizarre punk rocky buddy of mine, and he's just like, he came out of his house just in time to see somebody had stolen the light bulb from his porch.
Huh.
And he's like, "Oh no, you don't," and it like started chasing him down. The guy went around the corner and disappeared. And realized the guy had jumped down a manhole cover out of a comic book or something crazy like that.
Weird.
And then my buddy's like, "Yeah, whatever, what do?" and jumped down there too. And the guy was gone, but he found like this, what was obviously somebody's camp, and there's like a bunch of stuff there.
Wow.
And then he's like, "You know what? You take my light bulb, I'm taking your radio."
Huh.
And I don't know why he called it a cave. I mean, it would have been more interesting to be like, "I'm in the sewers, I found a radio."
Yeah.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Huh. I swear I was so sure that story was going to resolve with, so my buddy was playing a video game and...
Oh no.
Because...
No.
But...
That would
no.
be normal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good friend of mine whom I suppose in the interest of everything else we've been talking about, he'll be named Bob.
Bob is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob is a very, very, very pretty boy. Who is also trying to be kind of like a hardcore punk kid, and resents that he's pretty. And the only way he knew how to make money for a while was to be a professional model, which he kept as the darkest secret because he figured he'd lose all of his street cred.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
My life is terrible.
It's just really, really, really ridiculously good looking.
Yeah, and then one day, sort of out of nowhere for a bunch of people, he decided to convert to Judaism.
Huh.
And a bunch of my friends were super pissed, and they're like, "Don't screw around, like, this is serious, you just can't do this for fashion." And then he went through with it, moved to Israel, and stayed there in the military for a number of years.
Wow.
Oh yeah, just very, very interesting guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately wound up with some PTSD from the military time there.
That'll do it.
And then lived in Southeast Asia as private security for mining corporations for a long time. It's just
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, like this person's life is all over the place.
What are you doing? Oh, she's killing something. I'm just hearing this.
Oh, she's killing something. Oh, Jade, you silly goose.
Jade has a dinosaur.
Yep.
A little yellow dinosaur.
I heard this little, it sounds like flapping wings, and it's her ears.
Hi. What's up? I'm gonna win.
Burgerizing it.
Don't do the staring contest with me, dog.
I do what I want.
Wow, she's dominant.
Yeah.
She's not breaking eye contact. There we go. That's right. I win this round.
Yep. Good
Jade
man.
is a force of nature.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this little bit, and then we're gonna go on a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I won! Beat you, bladder. Take that. And then, I think we'll finish this today.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Okay, we're gonna go for a little break. And we'll have more fun stories for you when we get back, and we'll finish this drawing. and we'll see you in like 5 or 6 minutes.
Bye.
You guys.
Y'all.
How enough sif that
There's silent F, Serge. Silent.
I don't understand. Got a plan B.
Yeah.
I like how plan B is bees.
Yeah.
Bees.
Bees.
Bees?
Beans?
Are we gonna texture the inside of the skull?
We'll see who brings in more honey.
Yes.
At least through the eye hole thingies.
Jade is losing her fucking mind underneath here.
She's slapping Buster in the face with her toy.
Yep.
Jade, you're being very rude and very aggressive.
Please do it again. The video's going.
I was making eye contact with her.
Jade, what's this?
Wait. There's a website called Bees.
Get it. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, now they're battling.
Jade makes the most amazing sounds when you have her toy.
Ferocious.
Ash, I kind of want to see what this bees.com is.
Oh, I guess you should look it up on your phone.
That's fair.
Boy, butter.
Bees.
Mom.
Bees. Is this a porn site?
I don't know. Somebody linked it in chat.
Oh no, it's my favorite GIF ever! Have you guys seen this?
No.
See, I figured it'd be good. Everybody
Fantastic. Alright, well played.
It's the Oprah Bees GIF. Okay, so the first time I ever saw that, I had to step outside my office to laugh.
Fantastic.
Because it just, I was into hysterics. It was,
I like
so
that they
good.
simply answered with not porn.
Yeah.
There's just, I'm not going to tell you what it is, only that it's not porn.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite GIFs ever. And I am terrified of bees, but the first time I saw that, I had a small breakdown.
I had my first real life encounter with a Jiffy person.
Oh no! One of those people.
Yeah. I was like, wait,
Jiffy
what are we
person?
talking about? Yeah, instead of a GIF, they called it a
No!
I
Yes!
know! I didn't think they were real.
The original inventor insists that it's GIF.
GIF?
Yeah, he does. And
Even
it's just
though
like,
it
you're
stands
wrong.
for graphic interface
Yeah.
file? Something like that.
Yeah. Stasis Can says, excuse me, what was that, a hard G? Yeah. Ooh. Have you guys, that one, the only other GIF that's really made me break down like that is the Shaq wiggle.
I haven't seen that
With the
one.
cat.
That's pretty good.
The Shaq
Hold on.
cat wiggle. I'm looking forward to this, yeah.
Uh,
Can't wear hats is like, well, that person is wrong.
actually, chat, do you wanna...
Yeah, chat.
It's a hard G, just like Ram. Graham.
Yeah.
I like how two people back to back were just like, bam.
Like Graham.
Oh, right. Like, people's works can be extended beyond their creators. Just look at George Lucas.
There
I like that one. Uh-oh, somebody already is. There we go.
it is.
Wow, chat your wizards.
Alright. You ready for this? It's wonderful. No, that's not it. It's got a full...
Crap!
What did we lose?
I lost that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hang on. Here you go, chat.
What is
It's so epic. I love it.
what is he wiggling in? What's that wiggle
I don't
from?
It's
know.
gotta be a commercial for something.
I like that they made it look like they're looking at each other
Yes,
too. The eye
exactly.
contact.
Oh, can you bring the chat back?
Yes.
Chirpert.
Chirper.
Sorry, I said damn it because I thought I closed the chat.
Yeah, can't wear hats is an evil spirit who is summoned by the pronunciation of the word GIF. No.
Yes.
GIF. It was a Jell-O commercial where he wiggled
That would
like
make
that?
sense,
Oh, an
'cause
Icy
he's
Hot
wiggling.
commercial or something?
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was a scene from Shazam. I just didn't remember.
Because I am
I was gonna say, isn't it
Shazam.
Kazam? Is it Shazam?
Oh my god.
I don't even remember now.
It's
been too long.
Kazam. It's
Is it?
Kazam. I think it's Kazam.
Oh, that movie.
Chat?
Let's green egg and ham it.
What does that mean?
That's from when he raps.
Oh no.
Oh.
I saw that movie in theaters and then never again.
It's
No,
pronounced
I didn't.
Gello. It's a hard J.
Yeah.
Ooh! I'm enjoying this skull.
Right? It's interesting.
I don't know how to draw skulls, you guys. This is like probably my second attempt ever.
It's good. It looks
I
good.
can't say first attempt because I probably tried once or twice, but
More cracks.
Is it
We'll get
Shazam or
there.
Kazam? I don't know.
Kazam is a superhero. It's Shazam.
are you sure?
Yeah, because I seem to remember a K.
Uh-oh.
I guess we also have the internet on our phones.
Ruh-roh.
All right, we've been told not to threaten Can't wear hats so he doesn't shame gif us.
I've had to explain to my coworkers that, first of all, I had to explain why I was going to be away for a week, and I started with, okay, so there's this thing
There's this thing I do on the internet.
I do on the internet, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos of me doing weird stuff on the internet, and
When you
my
find
boss
them,
looks up
please
at me
don't
and makes
fire.
eye contact and is like, really?
The Shaq movie is Kazam.
Yeah, okay.
Desert Bus is so bizarre.
It's so hard to explain.
On the one hand, it's this thing that I am so unbelievably proud of.
Yeah.
But for, like, so many people, I'm really embarrassed to try and explain what it is I do. And I'm like, don't just blindly YouTube what this thing is. It won't make any sense, and you'll think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But we do a really good thing, and it's really cool, and we raise a lot of money for people who really need it.
Yeah.
But you're a normal person, and I
Actually,
don't
for
get
those
it.
of you who don't know, all three of us work behind the scenes on Desert Bus.
Yes. Oh, I
Um,
won't this year.
Oh.
I'll come
somebody's
for the
moving.
weekend.
And Serge and I are event managers, and we get to shame people.
Oh god, so much shame.
I'm gonna... Yes, I plan on definitely being here for whenever I can, but... Yeah, I shall be in school. Oh, it's a Gold Bond commercial.
course it is.
For the source of the Shack Wiggle.
I suppose that does look like a medicated itch wiggle. What is that emoticon? It's a flaming picnic basket.
Apparently.
I was never shamed. Might not be true.
I've never been shamed.
Pardon?
Nope, not once. I've been good.
I'm just saying, those are... Oh, wait.
She's got official shame
They're
tickets.
sitting right there.
Oh no, I'm gonna get shamed for being proud.
There was a... Man,
Holy shit, you've got a ton of those.
Andrew made us so many.
So many.
And he had the foresight to not put a specific
Year on
Desert
them.
Bus on it so he could use them forever. Chat has been shamed. I had the honor of shaming Chat. Who was Ray FK?
Jordan.
Oh! Yeah! Oh,
Go to the camera!
you know what you did.
Yep.
I was too proud. I flew too close to the
Too
sun.
close. Don't say that.
I've already used I Flew Too Close to the Sun.
I don't say. I just finished rereading. There's this
shame.
blogger who did a chapter by chapter recap of all 3 50 Shades of Grey books, and holy shit, does that author ever overuse the Icarus metaphor? So it's giving me flashbacks. But yeah, so I had to explain to my coworkers that I am my own reaction gif in a lot of cases.
Fantastic.
I can't wear hats. It's like, I'm off duty until November. I will not give everything I see all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
You just texted me with the words shame on it.
Nice. Yeah, get that frump up there. Channel your inner Wiggins. Yeah, even during cleanup I got shamed. I accidentally vacuumed Ash's
My scarf.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hey, I got it out of the vacuum.
Yeah.
It's hanging on
A door.
by the door, yeah.
Somewhere.
It was only a little dusty.
I was really hoping,
How
and
many-
that scarf is there, but it's not.
3 desert buses.
Yeah, I got way too many of those, considering that you're
Alright,
the only
Chad.
person who could issue them.
I gave you.
Ooh, look at those skull cracks.
I gave you a shame
Nice.
ticket for shaming people too liberally.
Abusing your power.
Chat, what do you want to know about us?
Yeah,
Ask us some questions,
I like
because...
that.
AMA.
That bottom jaw looks fantastic.
Thanks.
Like, real good.
She's good at what
I
she do.
didn't use any reference for the bottom jaw. I did for the top.
What does reference mean? Is that an art term?
It means I looked up a picture of a skull on the internet because I didn't know how to draw a skull.
Okay.
And then I looked at the picture, but I didn't use reference.
You know what might be kind of neat? It almost looks like the front half of the skull is like breaking off as well. The jaw there too. We could make it an even bigger crack.
Where what?
Where like the eye plate is shifting off.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Point. Use your fingers.
Okay, we have two different parts that are sort of facing different directions here. We have the face in this way, but we have like the rest of the skull in this way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the whole skull is supposed to be facing one way and the jaw
It
is
is,
supposed to be off center.
So when I originally drew it, like, let me make a new layer here. When I first started drawing it, like, it looks a lot better when you actually see the height of the skull or like how high it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because
Oh,
like it is
okay.
all pointing the same direction if you don't look at the jaw.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I put a jaw underneath it, like it is like a fully intact skull, and then I took off the top of it because
Yeah.
I wanted it to look cracked.
Yeah. Okay. Right where the jawbone would connect to the skull. Then, do we want to?
It would have been right here.
Yeah. Do we want to pronounce that being popped out more then? Because it kind of looks like it's attached, and
Yeah, I don't know how. Like, I think the jaw attaches to the skull not through bone, but with like sinew and crap.
yeah.
So I don't know how to look like it's like I could just make a jagged edge on the top of the jaw.
Or have it more obviously over it, so it looks like it's out of place.
I can't do that at this point. I'd have to redraw the whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
I can. I think that's just how it is.
Okay.
Where were you when I started this?
I was in Vancouver. You didn't invite me. I was gonna be like, you didn't invite me, but you totally did. I was making a video game for the first time ever. Meh.
Yeah, how was that?
Andrew's game
Actually,
jam.
right after I texted you, I'm just like, I'm gonna text Serge and see if he wants to come to this week's stream. And right after I sent it, Brad turned around and was like, Serge is in Vancouver. And I'm like, where were you 10 seconds ago?
Yeah.
You didn't say it out loud.
Now I look like a bad friend.
No, it was super cool. There's a fun question in chat, which is the story behind my chain.
Your chain.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's a story behind your chain?
There is. When I was in grade 11, my best friend gave it to me as a Christmas present, and I have basically never taken it off since. I've had it
Aw.
on for something like 14. I can't math. I don't know how long grade 11 was, but it was a while ago.
14 billion years ago.
Yeah, and it's really funny. I took it off for one period of time
Mm-hmm.
because I was in Calgary visiting her, and she's just like, "Oh man, you still wear this chain I gave you?" And then like fell and broke it and
Oh,
ripped
no.
it off me. And then it was really funny because as the person who gave it to me, it was immediately okay, and we kind of laughed, and she's like,
Yeah.
"I'm kind of glad it was me who did this."
Yeah.
And then yeah, we are still friends. She's a very, very dear friend of mine. And
Aw.
yeah, and then
That's
so
good.
we had it repaired and put it back on.
Thank
You, Brad. Oh,
You're all very welcome.
may the wine continue to flow.
Yes. I feel good. I feel as though I am an initiate.
Ooh, Wolfwood is just like, I see you have it all the time. That's really cool. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, I like it a bunch.
Like Stone Cold's chain.
I don't know the story behind that, but
It's not as cool as Serge's.
Every piece of jewelry I've tried to wear like all the time, I've inevitably lost track of and taken
Yeah.
off, and because
see, I don't ever take this off. I don't take it
Yeah.
off to shower. That's not true. I mean, if I get a massage, I'll take it off. 'cause-
Yeah.
For my neck bits, but it's basically always there.
I had a ring that I didn't take off for years, and then I lost weight. It became too big, so, and it was
Sure.
the type of ring.
Not
It
just
was
water. Thanks, friend.
it was cheap enough that getting it resized was like I took it to a jeweler and he was like, "Yeah, this will fall apart if I try to resize it." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Ooh, what is featherweight shorn?
Apparently
Shorn
robot.
with us. That's how that word is.
Shorn.
Beautiful.
Robobutts. Can I, Featherweight, can I show this on the stream?
He's shown it to the stream.
Oh, right.
Thank
So,
you.
obviously, yes.
Behold that stunning Robobot.
Robo-butt.
Love it.
Love it.
Is good, yeah.
Robots.
When Ash originally invited me, I was just like, what are we going to talk about? Is it just going to be butts the whole time?
Yeah.
And then apparently, yes.
Butts.
Yep.
Butts.
Yep, Kate drew Dick Butt, and Jess drew Scarlett Johansson's butt, so... I drew a stick person, because that's all I can do.
One of my favorite ongoing feuds is Andrew and Kate's dick butt
butting.
feud.
Okay,
Oh.
so I hope you go back one day and watch that stream, because someone said that, like, Andrew needs to weigh in on this on the chat.
Yeah.
And, Kate called him, and his answer was, "Nice try, Stark," and hung up. It was so good.
Wow, he just knew.
I don't remember that.
Oh, that's so funny.
That must have been a couple drinks in.
The chat asked her to draw it, and she drew it, and then, like, the chat said, like, you should get Andrew to call, and Kate wasn't trying to do it, which was why it was so funny to me, because it's like, what?
Nice try, Stark.
Yep.
Oh, Kate and Andrew. The face paint dick butt was fucking brilliant, by the way.
What?
At Desert Bus.
At Desert Bus.
Yeah.
They
I vaguely remember this.
They had a Tally face paint Andrew, and
Right, I remember
for
this.
the last part of it, she drew dick butt on his face.
I remember that.
And
Yep.
what I thought was so funny was that Andrew was so sure it was going to happen that every time she drew a line on his face, he checked his face to
Right.
make sure it wasn't there, and it was only the last part of his face that he didn't check, and that's where she drew it. It was so perfect.
Yeah. Can't Wear Hats, of course, has
Oh, he has a
Linked.
link for it.
linked the GIF.
Yeah. Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
So good. So good.
Apparently that gift's worth $450,000.
What?
It's an expensive
Oh,
gift. That's
wow.
where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to draw things.
It looks real good.
I also saw Andrew's stream when he made a giant dick butt memorial out of
Oh,
rose for her.
beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh. So much for retirement hats. Pardon?
So yeah, the Ask Us Anything is still open.
Yeah.
By the way.
I'm trying to think of, Serge, do you have any stories about, like, you know, disastrous vacations or anything?
Ooh. Sorry, I like that effect that happened there.
Oh, just wait.
Disastrous. I have a story that should have been a disaster, but I'm kind of a luck sack, and it just worked out really well. What? Are you a wizard?
Yeah. Fucking wizard.
Yep.
I don't understand. Pardon me.
Adorable.
So when I was young, I took off to Australia, and I backpacked around the East Coast, because that's just a thing that some people do. And they had this time called the, like...
Be nice to each other. Sorry, the dogs are fighting.
Were they going to battle?
They're going to battle. It's going to be an epic fight.
It's like the... Oh, I love cold brew. Sorry, people ask me a coffee question. Anyways, I'm in Australia, and you can get this bus pass that lets you go north, like a hop-on, hop-off Greyhound pass, as long as you're heading north.
he has her dinosaur.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's why they're going to battle. And it's pretty cool. You can only go north, but it's like a great way to sort of funnel tourists in the general direction of seeing more of the country and stuff like that. And I met
That one doesn't squeak, but she's trying.
Yeah. When I was in a town, I ended up finding I was just traveling solo. I found this really cool German guy who was so much like me that occasionally we would be really, really happy and then hate each other and have to, like, take a break and then get back together. It was really weird. So we decided we were going to split up for a couple of weeks and then meet back up in this tiny town some period of time later. So one day he got up and left, let's say at 2 o'clock or something like that. And generally you call the bus company and you reserve a spot on the bus just to make sure there's room on it, so you don't just show up and check out of your place and have nowhere to stay. So the next day I show up at 2 o'clock, they get on the bus to leave as well. And the bus driver is like, oh, this isn't your bus. And I'm like, doesn't matter if it's my bus. Like, I've got this bus pass.
Yeah.
I can get on any bus I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, let me on the bus. And he's just like, I can't argue with that, but sure, whatever. And so I get on the bus. I fall asleep because it's like an 8 to 12 hour bus ride. And when I wake up, instead of waking up in the town I wanted to wake up in, I wake up in Brisbane. Turns out it wasn't the right bus.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and I just kind of forced my way on it. So instead of ending up in this like kind of cool little small beach town where I knew people, I wound up in one of the biggest cities on the island with no idea what to do. And it was super late at night, so none of the buses were running, and I had no idea where to stay or anything. And I was kind of like, huh, this could end poorly. But then I saw this girl walking away from me with a maple leaf on her backpack, and I was just like, yes!
Yes, Canada!
Awesome! So I go up, and I was just like, hey, I'm an idiot, and I'm in the wrong city, and I know that sounds amazing, but can I follow you home? Because I'm assuming you're going to a hostel or something like that. And she was just like, okay, cool, sure, yeah, whatever. Let's go. Like, this hostel bus is going to come pick me up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that she was pretty cool. And so we went to had Subway together because we were poor backpackers and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, it's not that late. What do you want to do? And she was like, hey, there's this casino at the top of the hill. Let's go gamble. I was like, that sounds really irresponsible, but sure, why not? So we went up and we started playing roulette. And I was like, all right, let's see what happens. Lucky number 32. And threw a bunch of money down, which was like $50, which was a crazy amount of money for a backpacker and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
And bam, hits 32.
What?
And I win $300.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy crap. Let's leave. That's not how I met Joe. We didn't get married. That's hilarious. No. It just some random cool person. And I won a ton of money, and I was like, holy crap, we have to leave immediately. We hadn't even been there for 5 minutes. So cashed out and left. And then I was like, we should have gone for dinner after.
Yeah.
Because now I have money, and we didn't before. And then, like, the next money I got on my bus and met up with my friends, and I was like, totally worth it.
Yep.
So, massive luck sack. Like, not only did I force my way on a bus I shouldn't have, but then I went to a casino and got extremely lucky. Yeah.
Jade. Poor Jade.
So there's a travel story.
Poor Jade.
I was looking for travel stories that went wrong.
So, life lesson, if you ever are traveling, just deliberately get on the wrong bus and find yourself in a casino. Because what could
talk to strangers.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
And follow strangers home. The place where nothing could ever possibly go wrong.
No. I was half expecting that was the story of how you met Joe. Not gonna lie.
That would have been really cool, but that is not, luck sack.
Yeah.
No, there's no sex in the story. I just met somebody cool and then won some money and then left. Most Canadians do wear a flag on their thing, and that is to differentiate ourselves from Americans.
True story. Yep.
And mostly it's because we have less money than Americans, so we won't get robbed. And I won't say anything judgmental other than that.
There are some countries that don't like Americans.
Shush you! I've also met Americans who will wear Canadian thingies while traveling so as to not...
That's a travel tip for a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, Q Monster was traveling in Japan with his mom and made the mistake of having all the maps and directions without actually speaking the language, which seems smart.
Yeah, and then Wolfwood's like, smart Americans also pretend to be Canadians overseas. Yeah. Or if you're a Canadian born in America. Interesting.
Yeah.
Be nice to me. I'm not American.
Yeah.
What do you want, Jade?
See, I didn't mean for it, but it totally looks like it's underwater.
It does look like it's underwater.
Add some seaweed.
Yeah.
Or
Embrace
just,
it.
Well, what does let's try and get some guidance for the background by looking up what the skull means in D&D. What skull do?
What skull do?
What skull do? Ooh, Jade's tickling my foot. Ha! My foot's itchy. Oh, didn't we have the wiki tab? Oh, we did. All right, skull.
The character must defeat a powerful undead creature alone.
Well,
This doesn't really load itself to that. Now it's just blue. This is skull.
And
Hey,
we're starting
here,
over.
I'll give you love. I promise.
Oh, you know what's interesting? We can imply that maybe. All right, how is this good and bad? Good, there's a crown, there's some treasure. Bad, it's a skull.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ooh, we're now being hosted by HPB Braincase. HP Braincase.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting us.
What's happening? What?
We're being hosted. Somebody
that
else
mean?
is streaming your channel through their channel.
I don't understand things.
So everybody who is watching their channel is now watching your channel except through them.
Oh.
I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Neither did I.
Yeah, like,
Thank you.
For example, when Desert Bus is running, Loading Ready runs streams, or hosts Desert Bus.
Okay.
I still don't get it. But thank you.
Yeah, HP Brain Case is a Lurk fan streamer.
Okay, so we're totally underwater now. Okay, good. Good.
Good. Yeah.
That's just me accepting my fate here.
That's fair. Add a few bubbles and it should be good.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
some
yeah.
seaweed.
There's a bubble thing in Manga Studio!
There's a bubble thing! Oh my god!
Seriously?
Yeah. Hang on.
And then we have new people who just joined the chat
Yeah!
coming from
New
Braincase.
people.
Hello!
Hi,
See, this is one-
Katana! Welcome.
You can pronounce that?
Kai-
Akaya Kata.
I just read her. I've had 2 glasses of wine, so I just sort of ran with it. And was like, that looks kind of like something.
How make bubbles?
I'll show you.
And then you should draw something.
And then you should draw something.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it with the underwater theme.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
good enough. It's a skull. How do I do? What do? Okay.
What do?
Bubbles!
What bubbles do?
Okay, so soft circle is different from bubbles, but bubbles are actually like soapy bubbles, so I want to try soft circle first.
Oh! What?
I'm
Oh, they're so subtle. And now do we have to then add light to the bubbles?
not actually gonna leave those in. Oh, Jade, you're killing me.
She's smelling your phone.
It's because my phone's evil. I think she's trying to warn us that we have ghosts, but we're just not listening.
I can't believe you tried to make me watch that movie trailer. I'm really glad I got a...
I tried to make Serge watch the Poltergeist movie trailer because I'm seeing it tomorrow and I couldn't be more excited.
Have you seen Mad Max?
I have not. I need to go
We
see it.
invited you!
I know! I was busy. I was working on comics and stuff. I work.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if I could see it 3 times. I could, but that's quite a bit of money.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Worth it. Worth that.
I mean, I've already seen it twice.
I'm definitely gonna see it a second time while it's still in theaters.
What have I done? I fucked up this brush beyond
It's so good.
all recognition.
Good. So
Okay, it's
good.
gone forever.
The Bubles. Somebody said that Poltergeist is just a cheap jump scare fest.
Well, I'm gonna go see it anyway. I was disappointed by Annabelle and I still went to go see it.
Oh, those bubbles are way more bubbly.
Yeah, but they're soap bubbles. See, they're all colorful.
Oh, they've got the... What do we call
the
that?
rainbow shine.
The rainbow shine. How urgently do you need to see Mad Max?
Immediately.
Well, wait for the stream to finish, and then
Yes.
like, find out what the next immediate showtime you could see, and just see it.
Yeah, for real. Did a film degree in university.
Oh, I have a stone button. I could have been doing this the whole time.
What?
I have a button for stones.
What does that mean? You just, like, texture it as a rock? Like a rock.
Did a film degree and just was super impressed. Like, I was
Okay.
still thinking, it was the same
So,
thing with the first
make
Hunger
sure this
Games
is
film. I
saved.
was still thinking about it like a good 24 hours later.
Serge, are you ready for this?
Okay. Dreams come true. Sorry about that.
No, it gets better.
I like that there's add a rainbow. Can we put a unicorn on it?
I'd have to draw a unicorn. That's not in the spirit here.
Yeah.
But I can give you 7-petal flowers. Yeah.
Be a jet pilot. Sorry.
Live the
Okay.
good life in the off-world.
Fucking ivy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, just do the ivy and pretend it's seaweed.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
This is the happiest skull ever. I think Jer will be stoked if we hand him this.
Yeah.
Oh, there have been so many when we've just...
Yeah.
You should show him the Valentine.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
First I have to put... Yes.
Yes. Who do they think is using this art tool?
Manga
Everyone.
Manga artists? Is that what you said?
Everyone.
It's called Manga Studio, so I assume that's what it's there for.
It's called Manga Studio. I had the opportunity, years ago, Joe and I traveled to Japan, and we went into one of those photo booths where they'll also, you can add stickers and stuff to your face, and they add glitter and all kinds of silly stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
I can't wait to go to Japan. It's gonna happen at some point.
Are you snoring, Buster?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Buster snoring's like an achievement here.
We have now named
Chivo unlocked.
We have now named it Skull Chan.
Skull-chan. I like how they turn.
Yeah, neat.
Mouse. Skull Senpai noticed me.
Dear Dr. Serge, any MM 2015 stories?
No, it's expensive, and I've been busy.
That's fair. Is fair.
Oh my god. Can you save a picture of this and send it to Alex?
Yes.
And just say, like, Skull Senpai notices you? That's a suggestion from the chat, and that's super funny.
Smash cut 2.
Goodbye, brain case. Enjoy your dinner.
Yes.
Your dinner. Wait, people called that person HP, not brain case. Stop it.
I love
Oh,
it.
Jade is investigating into what that noise was. Oh, Joe.
Just love me!
The dog's faces are touching.
Love me! Come on. I will love you.
There we go.
Timid little thing.
I'm going to poke you with my feet. Poking you with my feet. How silly.
This is all part of the art process,
Oh.
guys.
They say
Yep.
it's just easier to type HP than it is to type brain case. That's fair.
Yep.
Gauze Cloud. What
True
is
dat.
this? Have I even used this before?
God's Cloud?
Gauze
You can
Cloud.
do Sakura flower blossoms or whatever.
Gauzy Cloud.
Oh, gauze.
I thought you were saying God.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, sorry. Fun fact. Does anybody else have, like, stages of drunkenness?
Yep.
No.
Chat!
Continue.
Combo chat. I have many stages of, like, inebriation, but the first thing that happens to me when I start drinking is my speech gets slurred. And I'm in control of my faculties. I can...
Operate
See,
heavy machinery.
I've had too many now.
Sure.
You know, like, everything in my mind is there, and I would like to reply to someone who's asking a simple question. It will come out as just like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Oh.
And it's unfortunate because it sounds like I'm getting much drunker than I am way too early in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's the stage where you start to, like, drop stuff / like, do that little move into the wall as you're going down the hall, and you're just like, okay.
Yep.
Most of chat's feedback seems to be their drunk experience is binary. It's either on or off.
No, I definitely have stages.
I'm not gonna try to pick up a dog.
No,
No.
she's pretty tiny.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Dachshunds can be kind of
Okay, before I
ferocious.
force Serge to draw something in the last 10 minutes, I want to bring this over to Photoshop and fuck around with the lighting effects to see if we can make it look super cool.
Show him the.
Yes, 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm perma-sober by choice. But I totally respect that.
That's fair.
Hello,
I drew that.
art person. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
Photoshop. That's
Further.
Pearl
Further
from
sure.
Steven Universe.
Hello.
Skull.
What's up? Why are your ears trembling? Your head is shaking. Like you have some kind of shaky head.
I don't think you saved it in this folder.
Oh, I sure did.
Oh, you should. Oh, you did. Because Star is after Skull, Mia. Come on. I worked in a bookstore. I should be able to alphabetize things. But no.
Letters are hard.
We were discussing every so often, because, like, Cam is one of my best friends, and he organizes his books by color, which is a really unique and, like, fun, interesting way to do it. But I worked in a bookstore for several years, and I organized my books by alphabetized by author, followed by alphabetized by title. So, yeah, no. I know the alphabet. I should know the alphabet very well, but I don't sometimes.
Has that been applied to it now?
Yes.
Interesting.
Before, after. Before, after.
Oh,
Before,
okay.
After.
Can we add chat back?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait, Twitter / Mad Max name? Interesting.
Oh, no, I have not picked up a Mad Max name. We should do that. Dear Dr. Ash,
Yes.
what do you really think of the Gem and the Holograms trailer?
I think it looks like garbage, honestly.
Yeah.
I was really expecting them to... I don't know how to explain this. Like, take a page out of, like, Guardians of the Galaxy and be like, hey, we have this ridiculous, like, semi-magical girl rock band in this ridiculous universe where they just, like, kind of fight crime, but not really. Just go on, like, Scooby-Dooey adventures. So, and we have
Scooby-Doo,
all this
okay.
CG, and we can do so much with it. Let's fucking go. And I was so excited when they announced a movie, because I'm just like, yes, this is going to be so much fun. And then I saw the trailer, and I'm sure for many angsty, semi-punkish girls out there, teenage girls, it'll be their favorite movie ever. But I have absolutely no...
Now, when I first saw the Mad Max trailer, I thought it was going to be garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I looked at it and I was just like, this looks dumb. Like, I don't really need to see a 2.5 hour long car chase scene, but it's so much more than that. So I hope it's better. How interesting. Make lighting go now.
Sorry, you guys can't see this. I'm, like, fucking around with lighting effects in Photoshop on the other screen.
That I like.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, card friend.
I love every time she shakes her head, it just, like...
The ears just freak out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke your ears.
Ooh.
Okay, Serge, you need to draw something.
Okay, I'm an artist.
Hang on. And like I warn everybody, if you break the pen, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Because the pen's kind of broken.
Oh, okay. Alright. What do I art? How do I art?
Calm down.
Sir?
Me or the dog?
Sir?
You need to calm down. Okay.
Has there been a theme?
Butts. Butts. Okay. This is the pen.
Okay.
You don't need to use much pressure.
Okay. Alright, chat. Draw a butt. Draw
Be
what?
warned, you're gonna feel really wobbly when you use that for the first time because there's no resistance as there is on paper.
What does that mean?
You'll see.
You'll find out. Don't worry about it.
Okay, how do I undo?
Control Z. Or, sorry, it's
Command Z.
Command Z on a Mac.
Serge is being an artist. Draw banding. Draw your favorite magic card with a butt. Draw how you feel when you drink the perfect cup of coffee.
Aww, puppy.
Interesting. Alright,
There's been this whole drama with the dogs going on beneath our feet that you guys haven't been able to see this whole time.
Alright, draw how you feel when you drink the perfect cup of coffee.
For those of you who watched the stream where we had Ashley and James on, Jade jumped up on Ashley's lap 5 minutes into the stream, and she spilled her wine everywhere and had to go home and change.
Alright, we're drawing a cup of coffee.
Space dog!
We're starting off with some coffee here, guys. We're just doing the outline, don't worry about it.
I like the technique of not lifting your pen.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, and then every good coffee cup has a handle.
Yes?
Alright, let's make this
Don't
handle...
growl at me.
Let's make this
She
handle
growls
look
at
a little
everything.
more 3D here. There we go, yeah.
I love
Very
your
good.
play-by-play, Serge.
Thank you.
I'm
Well,
enjoying this.
as an artist, it's very important. Let's
Yeah.
give this rim a little bit of depth here. All right, and that side's thinner, but this one's gonna have some depth to it.
Look away.
Look away. Eye break.
Sorry.
Oh, not to her.
All right.
Jade is losing her fucking mind up here. She's shaking.
All right. Let's add a little bit of.
Jade is terrified at the prospect that we're doing an activity that doesn't revolve around her.
We have to
Oh, yes.
We're setting a light source here, so we're gonna add some shading to it.
Okay, guys.
Oh my god.
While Serge is drawing, we can also talk to you. And I can read chat finally, so...
Yay!
All right, and now it's very important that there's some steam coming out of this cup.
if you have any... that looks like hair! That's a fuzzy cup!
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to steam.
Hang on. Control Z. Hang on. I'm gonna...
How do you steam? Ooh, are you gonna teach me how to
Oh,
steam?
yeah.
Teach me how to steam. Teach me.
Very loose.
Oh, wow. That is steam. Holy crap! Are you a wizard?
I'm a wizard.
What wine are we drinking? I assume it's the same one.
Bodacious.
Yeah, I assume it's the
Bodacious
same
red.
wine that we drink every time.
That steam is so much better than my steam.
And then you give it a little... It's so difficult when you're holding onto someone else's hand. A little, like, at the top. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Huh. Interesting.
I just helped Serge draw that by holding onto his hand and moving it around.
Yeah.
There will be no Dougieing.
What classes are Mia and Serge if Ash is a wizard?
Ooh.
Mia would be a scholar of some kind.
Yeah. I was
And-
gonna say.
I'm gonna say
Oof. There's drama.
dogfight, literal dogfight, you guys. Dogfight. They're not actually fighting, they're just wrestling. They're dog wrestling. Hang on. I'll give you guys a bird's eye view. We need to stream this.
Yeah.
The whole time. Yay! Alright, and then we should...
That's Buster's famous butt attack.
I love her ears.
Hi! You're on camera! In fact, every time I pick up that camera, it throws off the white balance super hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. We get it back eventually.
Oh, you guys. How about you get out of here and go do that? Yeah.
Jew is a class in the Stick of Truth.
It is. And it's a monk.
Awesome. Oh dear. Of course.
Yeah, I switch in between... Well, mint is my favorite... I'm spilling my wine. Mint is my favorite because it fucks up the coil the least, and it's got a really decent throat hit. But I have a soft spot for flavors like butterscotch pudding and like cinnamon roll, like any bakery thing. Oh, love it. But yeah,
No, it's not quite working how I want
Coil
it
is
to. Oh
full.
god! Oh, it undoes so fast.
it undoes so fast.
So that's kind of supposed to be a coffee bean, but that's
Oh,
not.
I thought that was a brain. Or a head.
No, I'm having a hard time
Thank you.
visualizing how I'm going to draw it. That's supposed to be a coffee bean.
It's a coffee bean.
It's
Give
a
me your hand
coffee
again.
bean. Oh, are you going
This
to
is
make
like the Ash and Serge draw together.
Okay.
It's like the scene from Ghost.
What?
Oh yeah, if you press harder on the page, it will be a thicker...
You told me to be gentle.
Be gentle with the pen. You don't have to be gentle with the actual like art. Oh no, that's too far.
This is like the scene from Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Brad. I'm
I
sorry,
forget
Joe.
what's the song?
Doesn't-
But yeah, you just
It's
to,
by
like,
the
thicken
Righteous
the
Brothers,
lines.
damn it!
How do I thicken?
Oh, also, this is an eraser.
What?
And like,
Now, if I wanted to make the center part hairy, how would I do that?
the center part hairy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking. Shit. I think we need to pull up a picture of coffee beans. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
The center part hairy.
Yeah. I'll make internet go.
Get on here. Right click. New window.
Coffee bean. Image. Those are all crappy looking ones. Sure, here we go. Alright, let's pull this over here. How do I...
Hang on. Click on it, and then just pull the window over there.
Alright. Alright, team. See, you gotta make the middle hairy. That middle bit is called the chaff.
Oh.
Okay, so where's the pen?
It's in my hand. Alright.
Take your eraser.
Yeah. Ah.
And you zoom in, and it's super low quality.
Ah. Ah. Alright.
Much easier.
And then I just want to add all those little nicks to it too. Yeah.
Yes, Cam is apparently volunteering for 20 hours. When is that? Tonight?
It's Wednesday,
Wednesday.
and I guess
So how to make it thicker? I just hold harder?
you can pull harder, or you can press the this one. This is more. This is less. Thicker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him some coffee like I did for Adam.
Nice. I'll totally do a coffee run with you if you want. Actually, I should.
I don't know what he's playing though.
Bunch of stuff.
I watched a bit of Adam's, and we stopped watching because he. What did they start playing? They started playing the Walking Dead season 2, and Brad hadn't played it yet, so we stopped watching. But
Mm-hmm.
How do I make a eraser bigger?
same way, you just have to hold it close to the screen.
Yeah, because the handle's getting out of control.
Yeah, there's talk of
Yep.
making a guest artist calendar.
Yeah.
So, no pressure, Serge.
It's okay, I've got a gift. Alright, this is also this stray line out here on the outside.
Nope. Oh God. What?
What
oh
is
no!
happening?
I somehow sent Cam a drunken conversation.
Nice.
Our drunken conversations?
Like 7 seconds of it.
Fantastic. This is an electronic cigarette. Or a vaporizer, sort of. It's a little mini vaporizer. It's for what they call e-liquid. It is... God, it was explained to me at a vape shop. It's basically a
what-
non-toxic
yeah.
version of what you'd find inside a smoke machine.
Alright.
With flavor and nicotine, or synthetic nicotine added.
What else should we add? I have my
Happy
coffee.
feelings. Oh, and also a ton of effects.
Yeah, you're in Mega Studio. Go nuts. So,
Happy feelings.
this
So
little
nuts.
thing here leads you to a whole world of crap. We'll just drag this down so you can see it.
Cam's gonna
There's vegetation.
look at his phone and be like, "What the entire fuck?"
I will show you the world.
Yep.
Yup.
Do 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 do. Wait a second, let's do that better. Do.
Okay. If you need to make it smaller to get everything to fit, it's Command minus. And then,
Oh!
if you press down space, it will grab the picture.
Okay, why do I want
So,
to grab the
yeah.
picture? Well, let's get
Press
rid of that
down,
first.
hang on, press down space.
Okay.
And then you use this and drag it into the center. There you go.
I understand. Okay.
Buster is digging in the floor.
Alright. Alright, there we go. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Ruffles.
There's been a request for ruffles.
There's been a request for ruffles.
So go into clothing.
Hold on 1 second, I have to do one more thing there. Alright, clothing. Check.
Symbol frills. Right here. Get ready.
Alright, hold on. I think Joe had a suggestion too.
Guys, stop digging in the floor. There's no treasure. You guys are hellions. Go see Daddy.
Alright.
Where's Brad?
Ruffles.
Go get him.
Ruffles,
Where's
you
Brad?
say. Let's see what ruffles
Brad's got
look like.
treats.
Whoa. Whoa, I understand. It's like
Sorry,
I'm
Brad.
ruffling the page.
Oh no! Just draw in a straight line, and you can just see the ruffles.
Well, that's less exciting. I like this one.
The ruffles don't understand what you're doing.
Don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't
Oh no, I'm ruined. Oh, I have to start all over again. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is what.
It's command minus to go zoom out if you need to.
Ooh, even apples. Oh god, that's so tiny.
There you go.
Sir, do you even apple?
Serge was listening to me.
Sir.
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 Do.
Okay, guys. We have 3 minutes left to get your last questions in.
Do. Art.
That's fantastic.
Please,
Serge.
yeah, definitely have to see the stages of that Valentine of what's his name?
Yes, right,
Young, what's his
okay.
name?
Here,
Yeah,
young pickles.
Young Pickles.
I'm gonna save this
Okay.
for you.
The art calendar is complete.
Yeah.
Oh,
When's your birthday, Serge?
April 10th.
Give me.
Not yesterday.
It can be April.
God.
I saw that.
I kind of can't wait until I live in the same city as Andrew, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get to hang out with him so much more.
I don't know if you know this, chat, but I was the victim of not one, but two very malicious pranks. The first, which we just referenced there, somebody went into my Facebook and instead of, a picture of a cat or an embarrassing status, they changed my birthday, and I didn't realize until I got all the happy birthday wishes yesterday. And we're talking like 50 plus, including friends approaching me on the street and giving me hugs and stuff.
So, stage 1.
Oh, that was your use of riffle.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when we
Rooflays.
discovered all of the brushes.
Yeah, this was the day. That
This
was
is the
2.
Oh my
we
God.
Turned into a Valentine,
Yeah.
and then another one. This is Featherweight's Valentine.
Huh.
It's endless, the amount of shit you can do with that.
Yeah, it
That
was
program.
great. It was wonderful.
We assume it was Andrew.
Yeah.
No, confirmed Emily.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Jarrett?
Inspired
Wow.
by Andrew. Inspired by Andrew.
Well
and you know
done,
what?
Emily.
She gave me a hint. She even told me that Andrew would do this prank, this very subtle, malicious prank of changing people's Facebook thing. I'm like, that's hilarious. Good thing I don't live in the same city as him. And I was like, nope. Ruined. And the second
She's
thing
gonna
they
be my
did...
roommate.
Yeah, watch,
That's really
watch
great.
your stuff. She's
Yeah.
not to be trusted.
Yeah.
And then the second thing that happened, which was even more upsetting, is they went through my wallet and changed the order of all of my cards inside of it,
Oh no.
which is very, very, very upsetting because I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm kind of an organization freak.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And I went to pay, and I'm like, that's strange.
Where is everything?
My card isn't where I always put my card, and it's subtle enough that you're not like, I didn't just put it back in weird. And of course, and the little voice in my head's like, of course you didn't. You never put it back. It always goes in the same spot every single time.
So that one is meant to make you think that you're crazy.
And then I even asked
I love
Joe,
it.
I'm like, Joe, you didn't go through my wallet for
For
some,
sport.
for
Yeah,
some
for
reason, did you?
sports.
She's like, no. Yeah, and then Jordan and Emily confirmed monsters.
Beautiful.
All right. That's our time.
Wow, that is our time.
That went by really quick.
Yeah, it did.
Huh.
But hey, we made some art. I made a card, I think. It's okay like that, right? That's
I got shamed. It was good.
that
Yeah,
looks like a skull, right?
congratulations.
Thank you.
You were too proud.
Yeah, so what's the whole spiel? You can see my comic at MegaCynics.com. You can support the comic, and please do, at patreon.com/MegaCynics. I swear to God, I'm going to have the links down there soon. I don't know how to work Twitch. You can follow us. MegaCynics' Twitter account is at MegaCynics. Mine is at Mega_Ashra, ASHRA. This is
Mia Steinberg, MiaSteinberg.
and Serge.
Hi. My
Do you
Twitter
wanna-
handle?
yeah.
Sure, at Serge Jaeger, SergeYager.
Yes. You can follow us. Please come back next week. I do not know the status of the Wednesday stream. I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing anymore. Alex has a lot of projects that he's doing, and we can't really seem to find the time, but I will let you guys know if we do a Wednesday stream. If only I knew a bunch of people who give me tips on working Twitch. Yeah, I know. You guys don't understand
Make 'em
how long I spend every single day just sitting in front of a computer and not seeing my friends. So, anyway.
Also, how busy our friends are.
Yes, it's
Joe.
actually really difficult to organize anything with everybody.
Joe texted me. I blamed the wrong person. It was Eric who went through my wallet. I just said Jordan.
Oh.
Yeah, this
You
is-
said Emily.
This is no. It was Eric and Emily, a husband and wife
Yes.
tag team of evil.
Wow. Well done. Thank you, WKD.
But yes,
It's to Wicked.
To Wicked.
please consider donating something on Patreon or buying a shirt from the MegaCynics site.
They're really cool.
Which would support us.
Yay!
And we will see you next week. And very, very, very shortly, as in tomorrow, fingers crossed, we will have all of the previous Picardo streams up on YouTube for the $5 Patreon donators.
Hooray! You can see us, especially Ash
Drunk
and I,
stuff. Yeah.
make drunken idiots of ourselves
Yay!
repeatedly, week after week.
Repeatedly. And you can hear all of our stories about our horrendous injuries and
Yes.
embarrassing stories and stuff like that.
All stuff that future employers will see.
Yep.
Oh,
If they look hard enough.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys next
good night,
week.
sorry, Jordan.
Mwah.
Thank you, Serge, for joining in.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was a pleasure to have me. Thanks for having me. Nux.
It was a pleasure to have me. Yes.
Wait.
Love it.
That's a good way. That's
English
a good
is
thing to
hard.
end
You
the
were
stream
drinking
on.
I
wine
haven't
the
even-
whole time,
I haven't
weren't
even
you?
been drinking. That's embarrassing.
All right, guys. Good night.